Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm down here at the North Garden next to the my big eggmobile, and we'll talk about our running through the garden a little bit. And of course we had a little problem, and I want to talk about that. Before we get started, if you want to learn more about farming and chickens and homesteading and goats, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time we post a video. We post videos 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll get started. You know, if you watched some previous videos, I was wanting to run my chickens through my garden to fertilize, and so I started probably about a couple weeks ago down the far end coming. It's fine for a while, but then it started raining, and we hadn't had any rain up to that point, and of course I kind of forgot about how wet it gets down in here, and where I've got the garden and everything, it's really soft. So it made and this, of course, I put my heaviest eggmobile down there, so it was really hard to move. I couldn't, at the end there, I couldn't even move it with my side-by-side. I get my tractor down here. So I've got it completely out of the garden now. I mean, the chickens did their job. I just didn't do mine. I should have had them, I think next year I'll put them down here in September and October. October in our area is our driest month of the year. September is our second driest. Of course, during that time, I had them up there in that pasture. It's kind of behind the camera up that way, it's working it. So I've got it looking really good, and I'm really happy with the way it looks. So anyway, I'll show you how this looks. Kind of see right in here, especially right back in there. It's just too soft. It's digging up in the dirt and the topsoil, and really hard to move. And of course we had I think we had almost 3 inches of rain yesterday, so I'm glad I got them out. But you can see over here, right through here is really soft. Of course I had some beds here, and I had a bed here, and where the beds were, it's really soft. So in between beds ain't too bad, but I don't need to fertilize the rows, I need to fertilize the beds. So anyway, didn't work out quite as I planned, but I probably got a little, you know, maybe 20% of it fertilized with them. So we'll see how it goes in that. It'll be a good test, I guess. We'll see if vegetables grow better in this row and down there in that part of the garden. So it'll be a good test for it, see if it actually works. So I will, next year, 2023, I'll bring them down here in the dry season, hopefully, because hopefully all that'll be good and we can move on to something else. Let's right up here, and I want to talk about our fencing we're fixing to do, and kind of my plan on it, and hopefully I'll get started on it pretty soon. Today's the first day we've seen some sun. I don't know when. It feels good, had the sun out. So let's right up there and look at it, and we'll talk about it. I do want to say this. I think me and my wife's been talking, and we're going to sell this bunch of hens, and I'm gonna keep a couple of them. A couple of them never leave the farm. Buffy, I got a Buff Orpington in there. Her name's Buffy. It's the only chicken I got a name for, so she'll stay here. And well, I've got 2. Big Red, it's a New Hampshire. She'll probably stay here too. I'll move him to with one of the other 2 flocks. So, but one of the reasons I want to do, I'm gonna rebuild this and make it more lighter. I'll probably keep the base and just redo the roof, try to make it lighter like I did those over there. And I really need to do the nest boxes. So it's kind of hard with them in here, and there's too many of them for me to put in the other 2. So I think I'm gonna do that. All right, that's our plans now. So anyway, let's go up there and look at the fencing. Okay, I'm over here with the part I want to fence, and there's probably about maybe 3 acres here. And of course up here's my barn, and then down here's the garden in the high tunnel. So I eventually want to run a fence all the way from the barn on this line all the way down to the gardens. What I want to do to start with, of course I'm gonna run a fence down this way, and then I'm gonna cut across over there and tie into that fence. And I'm gonna put a gate halfway. So I need to my thinking is I can get this done pretty quick. Of course, I still got a lot of work to do up in there. I got a bush hog, I got an old hog lot I got to pull out, and I got a brush pile I need to burn. So I got quite a bit of work. But my thought is, you know, when I do fence all this and I have a gate here, I can push them that way and then close this gate and let them eat down in here. And when they get this down, I'll put them back up in here and let them up here. That way I can rotate their pasture. Well, they just won't eat it, you know, all down to the ground. So that's my thinking. So, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move my does on this area. And where my does are, there's a lot behind the barn. And I'm gonna move my bucks into that, Chip and Peanut. So they'll be behind the barn, and these two will be down here in this field. So anyway, that's my plan. So what I'm gonna do, hopefully tomorrow, Saturday, is set my post there. I'll set a corner post here, corner post up that way as far as I want to go. And I'll set my fence, my gate post, and get it all lined up. And then of course I'll videotape all that hopefully, and show y'all about it. So, and then we'll put our steel post in between. So anyway, then we'll put metal posts in between, and then I got some goat fence. Let's see, I think it's 4-inch squares, field fencing, and we'll put it up. And of course I've already got a couple of gates. I'll put a gate here, and I'll probably put a gate over here somewhere on this angle, and then of course up there at the barn I have to put another gate. So we'll kind of figure that part out as I go. I don't know about the gates yet. So anyway, the two boy goats are doing fine. I haven't checked on them quite yet. I haven't done my chores yet, but as of yesterday evening, they were fine, and I fed them and all that. They seem to be getting along fine. So we'll keep you updated. I hear them hollering right now, so they're getting hungry. So I'm gonna go up there and feed them. Hopefully we'll get started on this Saturday, and it'll be hopefully in Monday's video, unless my seed catalog's coming. I want to jump on that. So I'm still waiting on the one. I haven't seen the mail yet today, so hopefully today or tomorrow it comes. I mean, I'm getting kind of impatient. So anyway, you know, Christmas spirit before you know it. So as soon as we get those, I'm gonna make a video on how we do all that. Of course, it's something I need to do anyway. So anyway, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to know more about farming, small farms, homesteading, lifestyle, stuff like that. We'll show you how we do it, and maybe show you how not to do it, or a lot of things we mess up on. So we film it all. Remember, support your local farmer. We appreciate you farming with us, and we'll see you in the next video.